What's it like to be taught to paint by God? She began painting at age 4. Her works were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time she was 8, and by the time she was 15, she had become a millionaire through her art. Crucially, no one taught her how to paint. She claims that God taught her to paint in a dream. While this might sound absurd, it's actually true. Her name is Akiana, and from the age of 4, she picked up her paintbrush and drew on the blank spaces of her home. As her art improved, she began to harbor a desire to paint the God and angels who had taught her to paint in her dreams. While Akiana could easily sketch the angels, she struggled with God, whose face kept appearing and disappearing. But she didn't give up. She put down her paintbrush and prayed patiently, hoping that someone resembling God would find her and serve as her model. The next day, a neighbor brought a carpenter who she said could help Akiana. The carpenter looked very dignified, and the girl was amazed by him. She quickly rushed to her room, picked up her brush, and began a 40-hour painting. Thus, Child of Peace was born. The painting is a frontal portrait, featuring a handsome yet solemn man in the center, smiling, his deep, beautiful eyes gazing out at the people. Akiana explains that God's face symbolizes his love and tolerance, while the black background represents darkness and suffering. This contrast of light and dark suggests God's kindness and light. Her most cherished painting is Child Labor of Creation, which is filled with the vastness and illusion of a starry sky. The girl in the painting, holding a paintbrush, is adorning the universe with tiny stars, like a gem radiating its power. Her face is filled with sacredness and reverence, as if she longs for these paintings to truly enlighten others. Her birth was also incredible. On July 9, 1994, the Kamarics welcomed their first child. They were so destitute that they couldn't even afford a midwife, so Akiana was delivered in their own bathtub. Her parents named her Akiane, meaning ocean. Akiana's father was from Chicago, a poor local, and her mother was an immigrant from Lithuania. The family moved to the United States, where, due to different customs, they often faced ostracism and ridicule from the locals. Less than a month after she was born, she received a strange phone call from Europe. The caller claimed that a woman named Victoria in Armenia was spreading rumors about a girl named Akiane, claiming she was chosen by God and destined to become a prominent figure. The couple was displeased, believing their lives were being monitored. Soon after, a woman claiming to be Victoria called the Kamarics and excitedly described the child's future. The parents dismissed the woman as a prank and continued to ignore her. Akiane grew up healthy and happy, often painting on the blank spaces of the walls. The girl's arrival also brought good fortune to her parents. Her mother's small business flourished, her father's illness gradually improved, and their income continued to rise, allowing them to successfully move to a 1,000 square meter house in Missouri. At the age of 8, her painting, Child of Peace, quickly gained acclaim. Not only did her painting become a hit, but it also gained worldwide recognition, leading to her touring solo exhibitions. However, the painting disappeared. During the time it was missing, Akiana tried to recreate it, painting the image of God. However, the harder she tried, the more blurred her memory became. She repeatedly recalled it, until one morning, she saw God's image again and was able to paint it again. The lost Child of Peace was recovered by Akiana and her family in December 2019 and sold at auction for $850,000. She donated most of the proceeds to the poor in Africa. She came into the world to convey God's love and compassion for all. Akiana continues to help others, bringing care and warmth to more people. Many believe her paintings aren't art, but divine prophecies and guidance. When she was very young, Akiana ran to her mother and told her, "I dreamed last night that I went to heaven and met God and angels." God told her, "You must do it. I will help you, and you can help others." In her dream, she made a beautiful promise with God. She would use her power to bring happiness to the world. It's precisely because of Akiana's passion and persistence that her paintings are so beautiful.